Hello and welcome to today's video. So in this video I'm going to be going through all of my reading and book related goals for 2022. Yeah, let's just get into it. So the first goal is a numbers goal, but I don't actually know what that number is. So basically for 2021 I set myself the goal of reading 52 books, but I have really surpassed that. That's gone, been dusted. So for 2022 I'd like to set myself the goal of whatever the amount of books I end up reading in 2021 is, plus one book. So essentially one more book than what I end up reading in 2021. Obviously it's not the end of the year yet, so I don't know what that number is, but I reckon it's going to be around the 110 book mark. So my first goal is just setting that number goal, which will be around 110. So yeah, we'll see. Then goal number 2 is to read 6 books that are on my 30 books to read before 30 list. I just make a whole video about that one. But essentially, I'm 25 right now. Before I'm 30, I've picked out some books that I'd like to read. So 6 books is a fifth of 30, and 2022 is 1/5 of the time I've given myself. So reading 6 books in 2022 should be doable, should be realistic, and should set me on the right path to achieving all of them. Then goal number 3 that I've set myself is to finish 5 series that I've started during 2021. I've started a lot of series this year and I haven't finished many, so in 2022 I would like to finish them. And I'm going to allow myself a bit of leeway where I'm going to count this as achieved if the series isn't finished, but I've read all of the books that are out. I'm going to count that as finishing it as well, just for this goal, not for actually finishing the series. But yeah, I want to be kind of finishing the series that I've actually started this year, so there we go. Then goal number 4 is a bit of an odd one. Essentially I've got a spreadsheet and it's got every single book that we own in this house on that spreadsheet, but those include my books, Jay's books, and joint books that we both own or are both part of the decision making team for the purchase, whatever. That all of the books are on that spreadsheet, and as of right now I've read about 31% of the books that are in this house, which is less than ideal, and I assume it'll stay around that number at the end of the year. It might go up or down a percentage either way, but it's going to be pretty much around that 31% mark. So by the end of 2022 I want to have increased that to 50%. I want to have personally read 50% of the books that are in this house, which is a pretty good number for me. I'd like to read more. Obviously I don't think I'll ever read 100% because there's some books of Jay's that I'm just not interested in, but I want to, the amount of books we've got in the house, I should be reading them. I should have knowledge on them. So that's the goal, by the end of 2022 to have read 50% of the books that we own in the house. Then on that same sort of note from goal number 4, goal number 5 is to only allow myself to buy 1 book for every 3 books that I've read. And this doesn't have to be read 3 buy 1, but at the end of the year, say I've read 90 books, I want to have purchased 30 books or less that year. Honestly, 2021 we just moved into our own house at the start of the year, and I've gone a little bit crazy on the book buying. I'm not gonna lie, it's gone quite crazy. Not only have I been buying any books I've been seeing because I've now got the space to store them, I've also been repurchasing books that I used to own. So I just want to control that a little bit, and I think cutting down the amount of books that I'm able to buy is a good way to do that. Unless I've read 3 books, I can't realistically buy 1, and it'll hopefully level out the read to unreadness. Then goal number 6 is to create my own TBR game. These last few months I've tested out 5 other people's TBR games and I've really enjoyed it, but the end goal was always to create my own, so I really want to do that. And I don't know if I'll actually do that before the end of this year, 2021, or if it'll be at the start of 2022. In a way I'd really love to be able to do my January TBR with my own TBR game, but we'll see. I'll put it on my 2022 goals because that'll be when it's like finished and refined, but maybe we'll be able to use it at the end of this year as well. Goal number 7 is a really simple one, and it's just to finish my monthly TBRs, which I want to read the books that I actually want to read. Should be super simple, and I'm really hopeful that I'll do it. Then for goal number 8, I've got to read from a more diverse set of authors. And I'm using like more diverse, it's like more diverse because I don't actually know. I want to read from a diverse set of authors, and right now I'm not tracking that in any way. So what I think I'm going to do is dedicate some space to this in my reading journal for 2022 and kind of track the different types of authors that I'm reading from, and just make sure that it's not all old white men, which is a large proportion of published books, or at least those that you find in bookshops. And then last but not least, goal number 9 is to read from more female authors. Same sort of thing, I don't currently track this, but I just feel like I read from a lot more male versus female authors. I just want to up it. I've set myself the like kind of goal of 50%, thinking that'll be like 50-50. Obviously not everyone falls into those categories, so it probably won't be exactly that, but I think that's something to aim for. And I don't know if I'll actively do this or if I'll just track it for this year and like see and then like make adjustments after a few months when I'll figure out how it's looking. But yeah, that's the plan for goal number 9. So those were all of my reading goals for 2022. Do let me know your reading goals down below. I'd be really interested to hear about them and what they are. Do give the video a like if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you would like to see more content like this in the future. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.